Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angry Simmer. In today's video we're going to be building kind of a Floridian or waterfront inspired house, maybe a little inspired by New Orleans. My husband and I love Southern food, and we love food from New Orleans, Cajun food, and we were talking about it the other day because we're on a diet and we can't have it. I want some red beans and rice so bad, and just can't do it. Anyways, so we're on the diet and we're thinking about Louisiana. We're thinking about like going back to Louisiana someday when we've reached our goals, or maybe for our anniversary, something like that. And it just reminded me of these beautiful houses that I saw, and how they kind of reminded me a little bit while we were there of the houses that I saw in Florida. And I just thought these were really cool little row houses and things like that, so I wanted to build them. And then I saw some on Pinterest. It's like they know what I'm thinking. Sorry, that kind of stuff cracks me up. But so I saw it and I really wanted to give it a shot. And then this build, or the build that I saw on Pinterest, was like warm tones. So I've been trying a lot to work with more warm tones and more of the like Maxis Match sort of stuff too. So I've just been kind of challenging myself to use those things, as you can see by like the Maxis Match doors and then the actual like just base game windows there. I don't know if they're base game or not. I don't pay attention to that. I have all the packs except for the My First Pet pack. That's the only thing I don't have, and I'm never going to buy that. So I thought that was a deep dark brown at first, that first one I put down, but it was purple. So that's why you saw me like staring at it for a second, because I was like, that's purple. And that would have worked perfectly fine in like New Orleans. That's totally, they use bright colors and beautiful like bold colors all the time. So, you know, that would fit just as fine, but I wanted to do these rich tones. So that's what we got there. I left this part in. So I was trying to figure out the picture. It had like these two little brick sort of planters or like plot markers in the front. And yeah, because the foundation, EA, if you're listening, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, it would be great if we could do things outside of the house, like separate foundation levels, and in the house too. Like if we could just click on the foundation and remove it. And then, you know, of course we'd have to put some sort of stairs or landing into the space, just like we do with any of the like sunken living rooms. But to let that be wall instead of foundation there, that would be great. But like something not attached as far as like the outside of the house, like stand alone, with it just being wall on the ground as well, and have a slider that we can adjust that particular wall to the height. I would be really happy with that. I know it's never gonna happen, but you know, girl can dream. Anyway, so I watch a lot of simmers or YouTubers that are in hot climates, and it kind of cracks me up because I don't like hot climates. But they always influence me to remind me that, you know, at places like where Deli lives in Australia, or a friend of mine lives in the same place actually, but or some of the people that I watch that are in Texas, or any of these places. I'm babbling. A lot of the houses have these like exterior fans on the porches and things to keep them really nice and comfortable. And even a couple of places where I've been to like lunch or dinner with friends and stuff recently, like there've been a lot more outdoor seating things going on in restaurants, and so they all have these little fans. And so now I'm just even more excited that we got the fans added, because it just does feel a little bit more realistic now that I've kind of experienced it a little bit more. Also, I'm trying to work with my furnishing, or not furnishing, because I'm totally great at that. Just kidding, but I do prefer furnishing. But just working with the landscaping a little bit more, watching a lot of Harrie's videos again, because she's a queen of doing the landscaping, and then just really studying a lot of stuff on Pinterest. So if you notice a change, or like notice me putting more landscaping into the videos, that's why. I'm just trying to do that more. This I wanted to feel not so manicured. Like I wanted it to feel like a starter home, or like a young family lives here and just started putting these things in. And I don't know, just this kind of idea of, oh, I forgot that I put the new grass down. Anyways, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to like putting a sand pit in. It drives me nuts when I don't have it exactly right. Anyways, I wanted this to feel less manicured, less perfect, less mansion-like, and more, I don't know, just more realistic, more down to earth, more something that you'd see in like a middle class household, you know, or like lower middle class. Something around those lines. So more starter builds, which is funny because I've been doing mansion practice, and if you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, I think I have an Instagram for this, I don't know, but yeah, so I sorry, I was mentioning to Harrie and to Tony on there that I was doing mansion practice, and I'd gotten like all the way through this mansion that I wanted to do a build of, and I was like, oh, I should have just recorded this, because it's what happens. Like, I'll do a practice to figure out how I want to build it and make it work for putting a video up, and then it works out. Like, I don't measure anything out, I don't count the squares like I do in most of the videos. I just put it in there, and it's great. And I was so mad. And of course, I got the same lecture that I always get from Hey Harrie, or Sam, is that you should record everything. And I'm getting better about it, but it's still my downfall. So that's why you guys haven't been seeing a lot of videos lately on the channel, other than just the general stuff that's been going on, me trying to work out. And I would love to say that I'm doing a lot of work on my fitness channel and recording stuff for there, but I'm not, and it stinks, and I feel so bad because I want to actually make a career out of YouTube. I've been thinking about it for a while, but yeah, I have to actually record and edit videos in order to do that. Yeah, I didn't know either, guys. Sorry. So as you can see, space is really small in here. It's a lot closer together than what I typically make houses. Which is funny because the kitchen stuff that I'm using here is actually made for like a big kitchen. So yeah, I do feel like it's a little cramped in this area, but that's kind of the idea. So like a lot of I keep saying that, sorry guys. A lot of the houses in New Orleans that I noticed or got the chance to look into were really kind of compact. And if you look at real estate in New Orleans, because my cousin and I totally did that while we were down there because we fell in love with it. When you look at it, they're very narrow, they're very compact, it's almost tiny house living, and it's very expensive. So it really feels like this. So I pulled one of those chairs out so that the sim could track around it. Normal people would just push that in a little bit more and walk, but yeah. If I kept it there off to the side, and the idea that my computer is being cranky, sorry guys. I kept it off to the side like that so that it still showed the idea of kind of having a little bit of an extra seating thing. Like a normal person wouldn't take it out. I'm sorry about leaving in all these clips of my computer being stupid. I usually cut them out, but I'm out of practice because I've only been practicing building lately, guys. So yeah, I gotta work on editing some more. I was thinking about going back to school for computer technology and editing and stuff like that, and I feel too old to do that. And it's so funny because, whenever I was in college, I had many classes with older adults who were much older than me. Because I'm still in my 20s. Yeah, that feels too old to go back to college. Whatever. I say that, but I wouldn't feel too old to go back to college if I was like going back to get a master's in what I already went to school for. But it's a completely different thing, and it feels weird. And then like I was taking my younger sister-in-law back to dress shopping. Because we were looking for a homecoming dress for her, which she was supposed to send me pictures yesterday. I'm very offended, by the way, that I didn't get those pictures after all the time and effort I put into finding you that dress, girl. Not happy with you. No, it's fine. But, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I told her that I was thinking about going back to school, and she's like, why? You're too old. Like, don't do that. Just don't. And I'm like, shut up, because she's getting ready to go to college next year, and I wanted to hit her in the face for that. I can say that. It's fine. She's a grown adult. Well, she's not a grown adult yet. One more year, but she understands. It's with love. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know, because it's more money invested into education, and I kind of got burned. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I went to school for nursing, found ultrasound technology, and decided to move to the St. Louis area near my dad, actually living with my dad, and went to school at Sanford Brown and did very well. Top of my class. I was a tutor, student ambassador, worked on some charity projects. I thought I was setting myself up well for the future. I, did well with all my clinical sites, loved it, and sat for one of the tests that I was eligible for right away, passed it, no problem. But I come to find out later on that the school wasn't accredited, and you have to have gone to an accredited school to sit for one of the other tests. And you could take, and now you have to for all of them, but you have to have taken this other test before you can sit for the second part of the first one that I took. And I didn't pass that by a few points after I took it, and it really shook my confidence, because I thought if anybody should be able to pass that test, it should be me. Like, I tutored this subject. But so I didn't pass that, and then my confidence was really shaken. And then my husband had his motorcycle accident, and we were in the hospital for 13 days. We didn't know if he was going to live. We didn't know. Just a lot went on, and I was really uncomfortable being in the hospital after that. And of course, he went to the hospital that I wanted to work at originally, and just absolutely adored this hospital. And being there on the patient side, it just was uncomfortable. I kept trying to go into the staff elevators and go into staff rooms and things like that, because it was what I knew and what I was comfortable with, and I wasn't allowed to be in there anymore because I wasn't working there anymore as a student. And it just, I don't know, it like broke something in me, and I didn't ever want to be back in a hospital. And there have been times where I've gotten really upset, and I wanted to go through and go back to school and pay another $30,000 to get an associate's degree for a second time, so that I could, take that test and, get a job doing what I already put so much time and effort and money into. And but then it's still, I still think I could be fine working in a doctor's office doing echoes in there, but I don't know if I could ever work at a hospital. And it's kind of the easiest way to get into that job is at a hospital. And yeah, sorry. I don't know why I'm mumbling on about this to you guys. It's nothing related to anything going on with this build that is really fun, and I kind of changed in between from the like warmer tones to these bright, happy, like true New Orleans-y tones that I noticed down there. Like, there were beautiful buildings all over the place that had these fun, bright, poppy colors. And it's kind of southern and southerny style with the shiplap, southern farm-ish. I did put like some fun, bright little girls' room in here in the slip room, and I did put the laundry machine in the bathroom for the second bathroom, the spare bathroom, because this is a 2.5 bath house, I think that's what I made it. Yeah. Anyways, I thought it's a great. Is it 2.5? I don't know. Something like that. Sorry. I need to look. I already started another build, so I can't just like flick over and take a look. But I really enjoyed making this one. It was fun. It's cute. It's small. It was quick. It was so quick to make this. This video is a lot shorter than most of my videos usually are, isn't it? Sorry. But I thought this was just awesome. And I thought whenever the kids are older, having that exit to the backyard would be kind of cute. Maybe a boyfriend would, throw rocks at the window and they go out and talk to them, even though it's like a shared room, and that those twin beds are made for little girls, not for like the teenagers and things like that. So that's probably not going to be super comfortable, but they'll figure it out. It's fine. Plus, this is a family that I made that are kind of ambitious, so I feel like they would buy a bigger house later on, so it's fine. It's cool, whatever. But we're about to come up on the screenshots. Thank you guys for listening to me rant and talk and mumble around and watching my video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy it, and I will be back next week with another one. Bye!
You gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from you. Boy, I don't need that much, need that much. How can I tell you